By every law of physics we currently have, you should not exist. Neither should this video. Neither should the Earth, the stars, or a single atom of anything. The universe is, technically, a glitch that forgot to delete itself. And here is the wild part you came for. Everything you have ever seen survived by a margin of 1 in a billion. That is the whole reason there is a something instead of a nothing. Hold that thought, because it gets worse before it gets better. Let's rewind to the Big Bang. When the universe switched on, it did not just make matter. It made matter and antimatter in equal amounts, like a factory that prints money and anti-money on the same machine. Now here is the problem. Matter and antimatter are mortal enemies. The second they touch, they annihilate, vanishing into a flash of pure energy. Not a metaphor, not a dent, total mutual deletion. So do the math. Equal matter and equal antimatter, all touching in a tiny hot baby universe, should have completely wiped each other out. The entire cosmos should have ended in the first fraction of a second as a burst of light, leaving behind exactly nothing. No galaxies, no planets. No you sitting there judging this. The British physicist Paul Dirac predicted antimatter back in 1928, and we have made in lab since, so this is not a theory we are guessing at. Annihilation is real, and it is ruthless. By the rules, the score should have been a perfect tie, and a perfect tie means an empty universe. Except, obviously, somebody cheated. For reasons we still do not fully understand, the early universe was very slightly biased toward matter. For roughly every 1 billion particles of antimatter, there were 1 billion and 1 particles of matter. Everything annihilated in near-perfect pairs, a billion against a billion, all gone in a blaze. And that 1 left over per billion? That is everything. Every galaxy, every star, your entire body, this planet, all of it is built from the cosmic crumbs that did not have a dance partner to annihilate with. You are made of the rounding error. So why the imbalance? In 1967, the physicist Andrei Sakharov laid out the exact conditions the universe would need to tilt the scales toward matter. One of them is something called CP violation, a tiny rule break where matter and antimatter do not behave like perfect mirror images. And in 1964, James Cronin and Fitch actually caught particles doing it, breaking the symmetry ever so slightly. It was real. There's just one annoying catch. The amount of cheating we have measured so far is nowhere near enough to explain why so much matter survived. The books still do not balance. So physicists are now chasing it in ghostly particles called neutrinos, hunting for extra rule breaking that might finally close the gap. Translation: we know the universe cheated to exist. We just have not caught it red-handed for the full amount yet. Sit with how absurd this is. You are not the main event of the universe. You are the debris of the largest mutual destruction in history, the 0.00001% that slipped through because the cosmos could not subtract cleanly. Existence is a clerical error nobody has corrected. So, by every law of physics we have, you should not exist. And yet, against a 1,000,000,000 annihilation, here you are anyway, reading this, made entirely of the leftovers. The real question is not why the universe is so big. It is this: out of everything that got erased, why did your one part get to stay?